Hello! Welcome to my new weekly reading vlog! This week will be a themed week because it's a Summerween Readathon this week. It starts today actually. It's Monday. Forgot to say. It's Monday and it's almost 9 o'clock. I'm home alone, so I have all the time for reading. So I just hoping that I will read. Won't procrastinate, just yeah. So maybe I'll show you what I'm planning on reading. Actually, I'm sure I won't read all of those books. I'm hoping to read at least one. So I just show you books that I can choose from. There was five challenges. One of them was to read a book with a creepy cover. So I have Stallo by Steven Spute. I have a separate TBR video, so you can check that out. So I won't talk much about those books, but it's about some spooky forest, the children disappears, and yeah, just book about that. It's definitely a creepy cover. Another challenge I think was to read a book with the supernatural or paranormal things in it. So also I chose the Norwegian book Trollskallen by Alexander Løkken. It's about a boy who goes for troll hunting and I presume that he will meet some spooky creatures, maybe ghosts in the forest or where he going, I don't know. So this one, I'm leaning towards starting this one today because it's very short and yeah, we will see. Also another one was to read a book with a haunted house, and for that one I chose The Little Stranger by Sarah Waters. As far as I know, it's about some kind of family who tries to keep their property in their hands, but the house and everything around it is just crumbling down, and that house is somehow very spooky, creepy, or something happening with it. I don't know, I'm just guessing. So this one. And two more prompts. One of them was to read a book in the dark. I still haven't chose nothing specific for that, so I'm thinking maybe I will just join two prompts and join that prompt with the prompt to read a book that was recommended by the hosts, and I chose to listen the book The Troop. I don't remember the author. It was recommended by Gabby from Gabbyreads. So maybe I will listen to that book in the evening when it will be dark and play Animal Crossing while I'll be listening for that. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, so that are my plan for the upcoming week. So I think today I'll start with a book with a prompt to read a supernatural paranormal book, and yeah, this one will do for that. Yep. What else? I don't know, maybe we will talk later. I just finished listening to The King and the Dragon Flies by Kaysen Callender, and I'm giving that book, I think, 5 stars, you know. It was such a beautiful story, very heartbreaking at times, but also it's very important, and I'm glad that this book is written for young audience, because we have to talk about grief, about homophobia, about racism from the young age, because kids now are our future, and if we want our future to be better than it is now, we have to be educating them. So yeah, I love this book, and definitely will be giving this book to my son to read when he'll be old enough. Yeah, so also I read few pages of Trollskallen, and it's at the moment it's hard to say if I like it or not. I literally read only few pages. So I think now I'll go and sit down, have a cup of coffee maybe, and continue reading this one. Hello, it's now Tuesday and it's almost 3:30 in the evening. We just came back from work, at least me and Lucas, and Armas I think will be home in about 10 minutes, so I'm just trying to do a little bit of dinner. So of course I haven't read anything today, but my plan is to continue reading the Trollskallen, then paranormal book, and I read it yesterday around 80 pages, and it's quite interesting. For middle grade it's very, very good. A lot of happened already, and we already have met few of paranormal creatures, so it's very, very entertaining. So of course I will try to read as much as possible today. Also I tried to listen the troop, that book that Gabby from Gabbyreads recommended, but I was so tired yesterday, so I almost started sleeping. So I think I will have to listen again, because I don't remember anything that happened. Yeah, so I think I'll just go now and do my dinner, and I'll try to talk to you a little bit later. Good morning. It's now Wednesday and it's almost 7 o'clock. We soon go to the job, to the kindergarten, both with Lucas. It's very cold outside today. It's maybe only 3 degrees Celsius, so it's almost winter. But I'm hoping that it will be a better day than yesterday, because yesterday was pouring rain, so it was impossible almost to go outside. About reading, yesterday I read maybe 2 pages or 3 pages of the Trollskallen, and I passed out about 9 o'clock. So yeah, I was very tired. I don't know how it will go today. I have a feeling that it will be the same. So I think for this readathon I'll read the most on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Hello, it's Thursday today and it's now almost 4 o'clock in the evening. I just came back from work and I'm so tired today. I don't even want to talk, so yeah, don't think I will do much reading. Yesterday, although I read quite a bit of Trollskallen, and I'm now about in the middle of the book, and there's a lot of adventures there. Let's just say that. So I don't know how much I will read today. Of course I will try to read at least a little bit, but I think the main reading will be happening tomorrow. Yeah. I don't know if I will talk to you more today. I hope so, but we will see. Hello, it's Friday now, and finally today it's a free day and I'm home alone and I can read as much as I want. So I will try to read, I think I'll try to read all of this book. How much is it left? I think it's about 90 pages. About. It's interesting, but I was expecting a little bit more from this story. It's about a boy, Edward. Yeah, it's about a boy, Edward, who goes on the expedition in some forest in Norway to hunt a troll, and some things happens and it's interesting, but not as interesting as I hoped it will be. So I think I'll give this book 3 stars, but I still can change my opinion because it's almost 90 pages left so far to read. So we will see. Also, I listened a little bit of about 40 minutes of The Troop, and yeah, I can't say that it's scary. It's not scary at all, that book. It's just that it's a lot of gore, a lot of yeah, a lot of blood, and I'm not scared of books like this. So I was expecting something different from it, but so far it's quite interesting. So I'll be listening for that too, for at least a little bit. Yeah, so my Summerween Readathon goes as I planned. Yeah, so far. So what else? Nothing much. I think I'll just go and edit a little bit of what I have filmed already, and after that I'll just go and read. It's a little bit cold today, so I think I will have to make a cup of tea. Yeah, I think that's enough of rambling. It's better to go and do something. Good morning, it's Saturday now and it's almost 9 o'clock now. I woke up quite early today, both with Lucas, and I feel so sleepy. I have a little bit of a headache, so I think when I must wake up I'll go and lay down for a little bit. So I'm just trying to spend my morning quietly, as quiet as possible, and started reading Stalo by Stephen Spute. It's a Swedish book about a little bit creepy forest where children disappear. The short description. I chose this book for the prompt read a book with a creepy cover. I think it's quite creepy, to be honest. I think there's a English translation of this book. I think it's called Shapeshifter. I'm not quite sure, but I think that it is so. Also, yesterday I finished reading a book, Trollskala. It was for the prompt read a paranormal book. So I'm done with one prompt. And I gave that book 2 stars. The beginning was quite interesting and I was intrigued and I wanted to read more of that book. But from around the middle of the book it became a little bit repetitive and, to be honest, boring. So in the end I just started skipping a few pages at the time. So only 2 stars. Not the greatest readathon, to be honest, reading wise. Also, I listened quite a lot of The Troop, and like I said, I thought that it will be a little bit different than it is actually, and I was hoping other things to find there, but it's okay. It's interesting. Not scary and not creepy at all for me. It's just that it's a lot of blood, gore, and something like that. But for those who are afraid to read books about viruses, so it can be triggering a lot. However, I now understand what books make me scared, or at least spooked a little bit. It's books about hauntings, demons, spirits, ghosts, haunted houses, and so on. I think I'm just a little bit more scared of things that I can't see. Possessions. Yeah, I think the possessions freaks me the most. Yeah, so now I think I'll go try to relax a little bit more and hope that my headache won't turn into migraine. Read a little bit, have a cup of coffee, spend my I wish, spend my morning with Lucas, and I think I'll talk to you a little bit later. Whew, I'm out of breath. It's now almost 6:30 in the evening, and I have such a huge migraine today. It's not even funny anymore in one side, but I still managed to read. I read about 40 pages of Stallo, and only now the boy disappeared in the forest, and I think now the investigation will begin. So it's quite interesting to read. Also, I listened almost an hour of the troop, and it's very very gory. Interesting, but I think some of the scenes just used for the shock factor. They don't give anything to the story. I think without these scenes the story would be just interesting as it is now. So I think in this situation less can be more. Yeah, also today we've got gifts, some gifts from my parents from Lithuania, and there were few items that I want to show you. First is the letter that I've got from my sister. It's very important for me, things like this, so it will definitely go in my memory box. Also, she sent me...
Mama, my fingers are red.
Do you need to wash your fingers?
Yeah, wash your fingers.
Wash fingers.
Yeah. Mama.
Coming.
Mama.
Yes, soon. She sent me very old copies of the... let me see the original title. It's the classic book. Also, they sent me some other books. Maybe I will show you in the separate video. I think I'll do a August. I can't speak anymore today. August book haul. Go figure. And also my sweet mama sent me a new bedding, so I'll just go and change it. It's very, if you can see, it's very cute and cozy. I think it will look fantastic on my bed. Yeah, so I think I'll just go help Lucas wash his fingers and we will change our bedding.
Mama, I got some soup stuck in the I feel. Mama? Mama, sugar?
Lucas reading a book. Lucas reads a book. Good morning. It's Sunday and it's almost 10 o'clock. As you can see, I'm still in my bed. Today Artemis woke up earlier to be with Lucas, so I have a chance to sleep a little bit longer, although I didn't sleep. I finished listening of The Troop by Nick Carter. This book will be for, I think, One is for the prompt read a book recommended by the host of the readathon, and this book was recommended by Gabby from Gabbyreads. And also I will count this book for the prompt read a book in the dark, because I listened the majority of this book in the dark in the evening when I was playing Animal Crossing. So I'm now done with 3 prompts out of 5. So it's not that I expected actually to read only for 1 prompt, to read only 1 book, and I read 2, so it's very good, unexpectedly good. Yeah, so talking about the troop, what can I say? I gave it 3 stars. I expected much more from this book, and it wasn't scary, and it wasn't spooky, just like I said before. Actually, it was almost disgusting to read at some parts. Too much gore was used in this book. I think too much. Less is more. The story was good. The potential of this book was huge, in my opinion, but it was overdone. I think some of the scenes could have been heavily edited. Yeah, only another thing, that those who are scared of blood, of viruses, of diseases, that are easily triggered by these things, so you should stay away from this book as far as possible. Yeah, so now today I'll continue reading Stalo by Stefan Spjut. I won't finish this book today, definitely, but I want to at least read quite a bit of it. And what else? I think we will be most of the day at home. Maybe at some point we will go on the ride, just for a short trip. We will see. Yeah, so I think now I'll just go and dress and have a cup of coffee and spend a little bit of time with my family, and of course read. And I hope that I will talk to you more today. Maybe in the evening, we will see. It's now almost 6 o'clock in the evening, so I think this will be my last update for today, because I want to go and edit the last few clips, and also I want to upload this upload this video today. So for this week, for the Summerween Readathon, I read 2 books and started the 3rd one. And the first one was Trollskalle by Alexander Loken. It's a middle grade book, like you already know. I gave it 2 stars, and it was for the prompt to read a paranormal book. Another book that I started and finished this week was The Troop. It was for the 2 prompts, to read a book in the dark, and another one was to read a book recommended by the host. and I gave that book 3 stars. And also I started reading this one is Talo by Stephen Spute, and it was for the prompt to read a book with a creepy cover, and I'm almost at the 60-page mark. And turns out this book is also about trolls. So it seems like there's a theme for this week. Yeah, so for me, I think it was very successful week, because I thought that I will be able to read only 1 book, and look at me, I read 2.5 books, so it's very, very successful. I had a lot of fun participating in this readathon, and I hope that there will be more rounds of this one. Yeah, I love reading dark, creepy, scary books, so it was just right up my alley. And I don't know what else. I think I just hope that you had a lot of fun too, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.